Grand Rising, family, Grand Rising. Hope everybody doing good this rising. Having a little coffee with nothing in it, no sugar, no nothing, man, just straight. I don't know how you like yours, but it got to be strong with me. And then plus all that sugar and stuff, man, it has enough problems as it is. I had to check in. Been a minute since I went live. First of the week. Top of the morning. Grand Rising, family. Grand Rising. Where you checking in from, Dave Walker? Okay, Detroit in the house. Okay, man. Hey, I know it's cold up there. It's 29 down here, and we don't know how to act. I'm in Arkansas at the moment, and it's 29 in this thing. And I don't. What is it? 21 or 29? Yeah, 29. But I don't think it's that bad though. You know, it's a little different. Okay. Thanks for checking in, man. I ain't had no breakfast yet, other than some coffee. You know what I mean? Getting a little coffee in my system, and then probably look here in a little bit. But I'm alright. I don't like to eat when I get first up. It take me a little bit, then I go on and get to moving. 35? How is it 35 up there and 29 down here? Tell me, make that make sense for me, please. It's warmer there than it is here. In Detroit. But I don't know, man. Oh, you been up since 5, so that's about right. Well, you know what? I've been up since about 4:30. Yeah, I've been up since about 4:30. So I guess technically I could, but I done had 2 full cups of coffee now, so I'm front, fam. I'm ready to do something. I'm bouncing off the wall. It don't feel super cold. I don't really think it's super cold like that neither. I just think that's what the temperature is. But I might go out there and check. I ain't been outside yet, so I can't tell you. But I can tell that it's a little cooler outside though. I don't know what you're having this morning for breakfast, man. Might motivate my decision.
I'm doing a round table talk.
What up?
So, is there anything I can do right now as far as home care?
Oatmeal and sausage and toast. You know what? I don't do the meat, fam. I don't do the meat, fam. Okay, I can do the banana and the oatmeal, though. I can do the banana and the oatmeal, but I can't do the sausage. It's all good. What's up with it, man? Yeah, you know what it is. Just up trying to get at it, man. About time to make some more coffee. Another pot, man. Yeah. It's been one of the mornings, fam. Starting tomorrow. Got a new agenda on my plate. The rods did, as far as the welding material rods, you mean? I believe so, family. Everything is going up. Actually, one product that I was making a lot, I had to stop making because the price of the material went up. I was making shooting targets out of AR plate. I was using 3/8 plate and a 1/2-inch plate. And the price went so ridiculous, fam. I had to stop ordering. What I used to do, I order a 1/2 a plate and have them cut all my targets out. and then I have, you know, extra ones and I build. But when the price went up so, you know, so high, I had to stop selling them. I would have had to sell the Targets actually probably double the price in order to break even. So I just kind of let that die down. You know, some things going up with the economy, and that most definitely did. It changed my whole. The pandemic, man, it changed a lot of things. It really made me focus on my my teaching and other resources and products. I'm charging more. I'm not charging more for those products that I did, but I am charging more for my prices as far as time, as far as when I build certain things, like as far as the shipping containers. At one time, fam, I was able to get the shipping containers for around 3,000, 3,500. Now the cheapest you can get one is for around 45, 5,500 in a good condition, plus delivery. You know what I mean? So I had to charge more because it just didn't make sense. And then when I'm buying metal, it's like, I'm gonna give you a good example. One stick of metal that I was purchasing on a standard basis, say if it was $50. When everything went psycho and crazy, that same metal went up to $75, $85. You know, $89. So you look at it almost doubled. So it was almost, you know, it didn't make sense. Yes. You already know it, fam. You already know it. That ain't going nowhere, man. Long beard and gold teeth, man. To the day they cremate me. 'Cause I ain't going in the ground, fam, if I can help it. So it's long beard and gold teeth till they cremate me, man. You already know it. So I'm up this morning, fam. Like I said, I got a lot on my plate. Starting next week, I have a new opportunity that I'm gonna be bringing to the Little Rock area. I'll be teaching in Little Rock at the Goodwill Industry. So just wanted to shout that out there for anybody that's know anyone from Little Rock or surrounding areas that need the teaching. Now you can get it from me more of affordable basis through the school, and then you can get grants and scholarships, and then you can get more hands-on experience. Let me see what you say, fam. I missed that. Oh, yes, you can. Most definitely. But I'm going to say, if you got the basic MIG and stick welding skills, you can most definitely start your mobile welding business. And I'm going to tell you something else you can do. You're going to learn more as you go. You know, certain things, sometimes people be afraid to fail. Failure is actually one of your best tools when you're building your business, because you're going to learn from those lessons. Now, failures, you're going to learn from them. So as you improve, you're going to fine tune your prices. You're going to get better on your craft. So you can start off learning basic skills and take your life to another level, fam. I have seen it, you know, people do it. In Feniks, a guy learned how to MIG weld, and then he learned how to flux core weld. He didn't even know how to stick. He bought him a little machine. He had a little Honda cord. I'll never forget. He'll go around and fix gates and stuff with his Honda cord and his welder he had, and was making money, like good money, and got good at it. Didn't have a shop, and then he ended up getting him a little place and started building gates in his garage. Man, the guy was a grinder. Then up there, it was more of a need because it's bigger. Sometimes when you're in small areas, we can't hustle like that because the demand is low, cost of living low, and it'd probably be an area where everybody wants something for nothing. And you can't get nowhere if everybody wants something for nothing, or want a favor, or come hook me up, or family member. You know how I go, you know. So you have to move and relocate yourself to them areas where you can hustle like that. But you can start small like that and make it happen, family. So don't get discouraged and thinking, you know what I mean, that's your only way, because you can do several things, you know what I mean, once you get those basic MIG and stick skills. And I'm going to tell you, in this program that I'm teaching in Little Rock, we're teaching flux core and we're teaching stick welding, which is two of the main processes. So if you can flux core weld, you can MIG weld. The only difference is one with gas, one without, and then you got the flux core with gas, like with the 75-25 or the straight carbon dioxide. So it all depends on what process you're doing. But right now, if you're doing field repairs and you can fabricate in shops, from MIG welding to flux core welding. Flux core welding is going to give you a little bit more money because most of the time it's going to be vertical. It's going to be, you can transfer it over the pipe. You can do structural. You can make heavy duty parts with it. You know, so it's a lot of things go over flux core in you know, in the field and in the shop. So you learn those two, fam. You can change the game, fam. I'm telling you. So don't get discouraged on that because those are game changers right now. Game changers, you know what I mean? I actually got a friend right now. I taught, me and him ended up becoming tight. It's been about maybe 4 months ago, he's been welding. I never welded before in his life. And he's making over $20 an hour right now welding and doing it. So, you know, anything is possible, fam. You know what? I heard about those, but I haven't never participated in. I haven't filled out nothing or talked to anyone personally, but I have heard about it. So there is opportunities out there for that. But I would say this, if you can get a grant, which is more something that can given to you where you don't have to pay back to help you on your business, I would say do it. But as far as certain loans, you have to make sure that you know you're going to make it work, because in business, fam, it's not always promised. So, you know, but it is promised. You got to make that payment back. Okay, so you can make $20 easy starting out. So, you know, starting out, man, you know, getting your money up so that way you can buy the material or the tools you need to go mobile. I think it's worth it, fam. You know, a lot of times, you know, when I started, to be realistic with you, when I got out of prison, fam, the first thing they paid me was $8 an hour, fam. And I ain't even complain because, you know, I just got out and I was feeling like, well, you know what, I got to start from somewhere. And about 2 weeks later, I went from $8 to $10. And punching a clock right now, I can say the most I had made that was non-union was $30 an hour. That's non-union, you know what I mean? But most I made being independent, you know, doing my own thing, an average of 100 to 125, and then I had service calls at $75 an hour. Yes, $25 an hour. And you know what? That's a good thing that's going on now, because the shop structure of welding is more of a heavy duty process, so they paying a little bit more for it. But most definitely, fam, like I say, I started off in small at the bottom, so you got to be humble. So that's what I want to tell a lot of these people that I've been teaching now, because I'm teaching now, family, people who have went through my courses, my 40-hour courses that I charge $1,000 for. They'll go through a 40-hour course, like my guy in Dumas, Arkansas. He went through the 40-hour course, went straight out there and got a job. He's been out there 3 to 4 months now. He made his money back the first week, fam. Now he's just been getting better and better and better and better, you know, on the craft. And that was a fast track. And that was in MIG welding on. I was teaching him MIG welding in 3 positions: flat, vertical, and overhead. You know what I mean? And he went with it, fam. So, you know, everybody is different, but you can take it and go off. Appreciate it, man. Like I say, there's a lot we can do, fam, if you would just utilize the skill. No, not him, but he's been doing real good too. No, it's actually a white guy. A black guy. There's actually 3 black guys that I actually taught out there. But one of them, I'm gonna have to share the link. I'll share the link in my on my story of his video from Dumas. And like I say, he's a black guy, and he actually got out of prison and was working at the chicken house. I think it was in Pine Bluff, working at Tyson's or something. So he wanted to trade. Like, man, I'm making a little money, but I want to trade something I can, you know, learn and move around in. So he invested his money from working at Tyson's, paid me $1,000 so I can teach him how to weld. And then he went up there after I taught him how to weld, and now he's been up there for 3 to 4 months, working the night shifts, getting to the bag, and they even pay more now on the night shift. So he was like, hey, man, I took the night shift, I'm winning. So he happy, continuing what he's doing, he's feeding his family. And hey, you know what I mean? So for me to be able to give him that, man, you know, that's why I'm having coffee, man, because I know when you got something to offer, man, you're valuable. You don't have to sell yourself short. All you gotta do is network your skills and find those who need what you got to offer, fam. Salute, salute. Appreciate it, fam. Appreciate it, man. Like I say, I'm gonna share the link to my guy video so you can see it more. So you can see it more in the profile. I just wanted to talk about it because I'm proud of him. I'm proud of everybody that I've taught that's doing their thing. But my guy who actually believed in himself, who most people wouldn't have did that. You know, I was in my hometown. I had no one. I'm gonna say this publicly because I'm from McGee, Arkansas, and I was down there, you know, teaching for about 6 to 8 months. You know, while I was renovating my mom's house. I taught one person while I was down there that actually invested with me. Shout out to Dee. But all of the people I grew up with who inboxed me and said they wanted to learn and, hey man, I'm gonna bring my kids down. Hey man, I'm gonna do this. None of them showed up. But he showed up from out of town. He showed up from Dumas and actually drove down there to partake with me. So, you know, it was special to me that, you know, he wanted to network with me when, you know, my own people, you know what I mean, would network with me. And then once they started seeing, you know, other people started wanting to reach out, and then I had to move around. So now I'm in Little Rock, and I'm still teaching privately, but I'm teaching at the school. So for Monday through Friday, for those who can partake of it that way, because a lot of people wanted it to be able to say, man, well, what if I ain't got all the money and get in? I wouldn't set up as an individual to do that. So I just, you know, do cash, you know what I mean, half up front or half, you know, at the end. But now you got an opportunity for a grant, a scholarship. You could be able to, you know, make payments, I believe. So there's more opportunities, and then I'm teaching you, so I'm gonna be able to give you some things that you won't get from a regular school. You know, so it's not about the money with me, but it is about changing lives. Because I know one thing, fam. When we leave here, fam, we can't take nothing with us. Everything tangible has to stay here. Has to stay. It got to stay here when we transition over to the next life. So me knowing that, but I know one thing I can take with me. Someone else, another spirit, another soul, you know, who I invested in, who I helped turn from one direction to another direction. Now they're doing something better. So I love investing in people because I can take them with me. You know, if they was going down one path, I can help get them on another one and take them with me. You see what I'm saying? And even when I'm gone, I'm still here living through them. So I would rather invest in people and souls than in material possessions. I know we got to have money to live, all of that. We got to pay bills. We got to do all that. But what most important is helping people find peace and be able to live their best life while they're here. You know, I ain't trying to tell you wait till you die and be in heaven. Nah, we can have heaven right now. We might got to change some things, fix some things up, but we can enjoy a great life right now without dying. You know what I mean? We just have to change some things and maybe move or relocate or whatever the situation is, but we can do it now, fam. Grand Rising King, Grand Rising, I appreciate it. Yeah, just having a little coffee, man. Just want to be realistic with you. Most definitely, most definitely. Like I say, you know, I really believe that if I lead by example, I can reach more. So I literally had to build mine first. You know, sometimes we want everybody to jump on our wagon on what we're doing, but we haven't proved to ourselves or to others on the outside that what we're doing works. Salute, salute. So, you know, I have had new followers now who have come with, I ain't gonna say a new follower, but had people who have been following me for 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years, just now reaching out saying, hey man, I support what you do because you never switched it up. You just got better over time. As you learned, you did better. You gave more information. You shared more of the story. So as things grow, you know, in my life personally, with my business, with me teaching, I got archives, fam. You can go on my YouTube right now. I probably got over 5,000 videos just showing my transformation. and how I started and what I wanted to do and how I had to switch things up and just kept it, transparent, because a lot of times we see people that we think is famous and we think is there, and all we know is they came from this little place and now they're here. We ain't never see none of the struggles and none of that. You won't see mine, fam. I got all mine for you, so jump in the archive. Everything I'm going through, everything I'm building, as I'm learning about branding, as I'm learning about products, containers, everything that I'm doing, I'm letting it be out in the open, because I ain't got nothing to hide, and all the information that I'm trying to give, I know that I got to be able to pave a way. I know some of us don't understand that once we get to a certain stage, becoming a king, our goal is to leave something behind. So we have to have some archives, some maps, some what not to do's lined out, so that way they can get it without thinking they got to pay a price for it. No, not really, fam. A lot of structural, I say, metal buildings, ornamental work, like putting in gates, handrails, stuff like that. So you can do a lot of companies that install awnings. That's a good one. They do awnings alone. They do a lot of stick welding, 7018 in the field. So people that do awnings, gates, fences, metal fabrication shops that do the ornamental work. They also have a field team that do all their installing. So you can look at them and try to get on that field team, the install team, and still be able to stick weld. But like I say, learning how to float score, fam, especially now, I think it's real cost affordable. Learning how to float score just on a basic level, if you're just using a 140 unit, and you just running some beads. I think learning how to get that process is valuable, because they do holes. It is reliable, and you can make it look good. But in the field, those repairs are needed, fam. Repairs. That's going to be a lot of your lucrative income when things are slow. Once you're doing independent work, is being able to have repairs, to have all your stuff together where you can get up and go. You know what I mean? And do repairs. So stick welding, float score welding, hands down, it's gonna be where it's at, man. Just wanted to come live for a sec. I had coffee with y'all. I ain't gonna take y'all too long. Get my day together. Okay, fabrication and erection. Yes, there's good money in it, fam. Fabrication and erection. I did both. You get to transitioning over time, you know what I mean? I remember going hard in certain things that I don't really enjoy now, you know what I mean? So, and then, some people brag and think that working 60 and 80 hours a week is a badge of honor. To me, it isn't, because all you do is wear your body down and miss a lot of time from your family. If you can figure out how to do the same thing with less time, like 40 hours, 50 hours, and you enjoying what you do, and you still being able to, enjoy your family and have a life, to me, I think that's where it's at. So I would rather make less and learn how to make more by using my money versus me using my time. But we have to start off, because we don't know. So we have to start off using our money to make money. Using our time to make money, and then we learn how to use our money to make money. But the first thing we do growing up is using our time. We want to trade out. We want to become a slave quick. Hey, I give you my time. If you give me a job, I give you all my time. Not realizing how valuable time is. But now, we get to seeing it more the older we get, and realizing that, hey, I got to have something that'll help me maintain, but I want to enjoy my grandbabies. I want to do this. I want to do that. And you realize time is more valuable than anything. But now your body beat down and you're tired, and you're going to let these jobs wear you down and beat you down. So, we have to look at the situation that way when we build our independence, man, not to get caught up in the traditional way of doing things. We got to break those traditions from now. And I think, to be honest with you, that's one of the hardest things that most people are going to struggle with, breaking tradition and family ties and certain things that you was taught. And once you do your own homework and own research, you get to realize a lot of that stuff wasn't true, or it was just taught at that time because that's what they had to do, and you don't have to do that anymore. You know what I mean? But until we know better, we don't do better. But fam, it's been 25 minutes, fam. I'm gonna let y'all ride. Like I said, I wanted to come through, drink some coffee, talk to y'all, just some random things. But I wanted to give a big shout out. Salute everybody that's checking in. Most definitely. Keep liking, sharing the channel. I will be teaching in Little Rock coming this week, coming up a week. So it's gonna be exciting, fam. So y'all tune in with me. Like I said, my goal is to help change lives. I'm trying to get a couple things in line with my life personally, and being able to, work with my family, help people, and be able to get myself together. So it's almost gonna be like a win-win. So I'm just gonna take it slow, keep getting my hog on, fam. So I'll be, checking in, letting y'all know what's going on. So stay tuned in. But for those who want to know the area, remember this: Little Rock, Goodwill Industries off of Hamilton Road. So tell the people to go up there and check it out. It's called Goodwill Industries. They got a lot of different trades, not just welding. So if you're just looking for a trade or a job, or you're trying to get yourself together, they got second chance programs, prison reform programs, regular jobs, opportunities. So if you're trying to pull yourself up, you can go there and get yourself ahead. Y'all be blessed. I'm out. Hold on.